Well, I've just done the match preview and I've gone ahead to let you know that David Raya is not going to be in between the stitches as Arsenal takes on the side of Brentford at the Gitech Community Stadium down in London, because David Raya signed for Arsenal on loan with an option to buy that was not mandatory, and he cannot obviously face the team that obviously loaned him to Arsenal. You remember, even in the Carabao Cup, David Raya was not supposed to obviously play part into that game, and Aaron Ramsdale was in between the stitches. Although he would have gone ahead to be given green light to start into that game or to participate, Arteta was going to give his second choice goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale, a chance. And today Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to confirm to us that Arteta and Edu have gone ahead to come out and obviously confirm that they're obviously going to sign David Raya and obviously make that loan permanent at the club of Arsenal. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. This is the Football News Show and hope you guys are really doing great. And I'm here to obviously let you know that nothing is gonna stop us from obviously hitting 20,000 subscribers before the end of this year. And remember, this year is left with just 38 days to hit the 31st of December, to sum up the year to 365 days. So guys, continue to subscribe. And how do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And I'm here to obviously let you know that we are not gonna stop, right? So we thank God for the gift of life, and the Muslims Barakallahu Fikum and Juma Karim in advance, because at the time of recording it's already Friday. So we're also going to talk about Ferran Torres, discussing about what really led to his departure at Manchester City, something that most of you really need to know. And Matthias de Ligt, one of the players that really came in through, and we are really excited to know what his future is going to be at, captaining Ajax at the age of 19, taking them to the Champions League semi-finals. This guy is nowhere near where he's supposed to be, but I'm going to let you know that he has crossed from teams and made transfers worth 160 million euros, and because of his quality. But his quality has not been held in all the teams he has always been at, and he last shown when he was still at Ajax. Let's start it off with David Raya, and guess who is obviously confirming this story to us? It's none other than Fabrizio Romano. He has told us that, understand, Arsenal have decided to seal David Raya's deal in 2024. It is all guaranteed and by option clause will be triggered for £27 million. David Raya already signed potential long-term contracts at Arsenal, player for June 2024, all done. Now, David Raya has gone ahead to obviously put pen to paper. Leave alone that loan contract is signed when still at Arsenal. Now he has gone ahead to obviously put pen to paper to see to it that he be at the club of Arsenal for some long time, and that is being orchestrated by Edu and Mikel Arteta. Obviously, one of the most challenging positions of the man we are talking about here, Mikel Arteta, the manager of Arsenal, has been all about the goalkeeping situation. Let's not shy about it. It has been the goalkeeping situation, because when he came in through, guess who he found as the goalkeeper of Arsenal? It was Bernard Leno. And when Bernard Leno came in through, he got an injury. And when he got an injury, Emiliano Martinez came in through. You know Emiliano Martinez. He's the goalkeeper of Argentina World Cup winner and was in between the stitches when Argentina was beating Brazil 1-0 and kept a clean sheet at Aston Villa. He has gone ahead to obviously orchestrate his abilities, and he's obviously doing great and better for the side of Aston Villa. So when he came in through, he had half spell of the season and he was sold to 20 million pounds to Aston Villa. Then Aaron Ramsdale came in through. Aaron Ramsdale displaced Bernard Leno, and Bernard Leno was at Arsenal for a season, and then he was sold to Fulham. When he was sold to Fulham, then Arsenal brought in Matt Turner. You know, Matt Turner has been at Arsenal, and then they've gone ahead to sell him to Nottingham Forest, and Arsenal has gone in for David Raya. And it shows you that this is the position where he has gone ahead to obviously by 3 goalkeepers and let out, I think, 2. He let out Bernard Leno, he let out Emiliano Martinez, he has let out Matt Turner. And 3 in, 3 out. It shows you that he has not yet gotten the right goalkeeper he believes is obviously going to play part into the goalkeeping situation of Arsenal. Is David Raya the answer to the question of Mikel Arteta? It's time that will tell. I cannot tell you yes because I've seen him really cost Arsenal very many games. The game of Newcastle, Arsenal would have gone ahead to concede that controversial goal if at all David Raya never missed out onto that cross that was obviously in his vicinity and he couldn't obviously tip it to obviously go back into play or even hold it, and it went in the vicinity of Joe Wellington, and Joe Wellington headed that ball to find Gordon, and Anton Gordon tapped it in the back of the empty net. So he has gone ahead to do very many mistakes. Arsenal considered a goal at RC Lens, the first goal because of his mistake. At Man City, he would have gone ahead to cost Arsenal 3 times, but because he was lucky and Arsenal never went ahead to concede any of those goals, Against Chelsea, the goal they concede, the second one of Mikhailo Modric, who is to blame is the goalkeeper, and very many more mistakes that's going to have to make. He had gifted Carl Palmer to obviously go ahead and really get a winner for the side of Chelsea. So he has gone ahead to do lots of mistakes, but Arteta believes it might be pressure that is affecting this player, and he won't succumb to the pressure, and he believes he's obviously going to become a better goalkeeper. And for Arsenal as a team, they really believe that they need a ball-playing goalkeeper. He's a very good ball-playing goalkeeper, and I have a lot of trust in him when it comes to ball-playing, but shot-stopping, I think, is suspect. And I think it would have been better to obviously keep Aaron Ramsdale. That's why I saw to it that it has gone ahead to leave what we call a divided opinion in the side of Arsenal. Especially the fans of Arsenal, it has gone ahead to leave a divided opinion because Aaron Ramsdale is being looked at as one of those players that is going to obviously come in through and leave the club of Arsenal. Yet some Arsenal fans believe it wouldn't have been something that Mikel Arteta would have gone ahead to do, as Ramsdale was there for Arsenal. He only made like 1 mistake, but David Raya has gone ahead to make like 10 mistakes in a space of like 10, 12 games of Arsenal. He has been in between the stitches, and that is really very worrying that the manager is obviously acting like that. Some people are calling it favoritism, but you don't know where the manager is obviously going to really get it right or wrong. But why do we give him a benefit of doubt at Arsenal? It's because this manager has gone ahead to make decisions that have gone ahead to obviously result into Arsenal becoming one of the biggest teams in the world, and they've gone ahead to win hearts of many. That is it coming in from Mikel Arteta and David Raya. They've gone ahead to obviously see him sign a contract that is of long term, and they're going to trigger that. That loan clause of £27 million. And for Arsenal, they're obviously going to make some good money because, trust me, Ramsdale is going to be sold at more than £30 million, meaning that they're going to make profit from the goalkeeper they really bought, and they are signing this one at 27, meaning that they are going to use the amount of money they sold Aaron Ramsdale, they bought Aaron Ramsdale for, to get 27 million off that money and really sell him off, and then get in David Raya. I think they're going to make profit of like 5 or 6, 7 million pounds, So I think it's really great for the side of Arsenal if at all they've gone ahead to make it permanent, and very soon it will be announced in 2024. So David Raya is a goalkeeper of Arsenal. That is it. First choice goalkeeper, and there is no way the man is really returning to obviously get to where he deserves to be. That is none other than Aaron Ramsdale, and is belonging to Newcastle, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, and very many other teams. And it's most likely that this guy is going to leave Arsenal in the January transfer window, something that Mikel Arteta wouldn't really want, because they're going to play Brentford on Saturday, but this guy is not going to play. That is David Raya, meaning that they are going to force Ramsdale to stay at Arsenal until the summer and see what they will do, because he has to obviously play when they host this team at their premises, that is Emirates. But I don't know what is running the head of Aaron Ramsdale, because if Aroli was obviously taking part into first team football, he would have gone ahead to challenge Jermaine Pickford to become the first choice English goalkeeper at the Euros. So it's really tricky, but we don't know exactly what this guy is obviously gonna do. That is Aaron Ramsdale, but Arteta's already gone ahead to show us his decisions, and all signals are really pointing at him exiting the side of Arsenal. He has been pushed to the boundaries, and the exit door is open for the English international. Now let's go to Ferran Torres. Came in at Man City, things never worked out, and today's gone ahead and reveal to us what caused his exit. Fabrizio Romano, via the Wild Project, has told us that Pep Guardiola told Ferran Torres, Baka, I just can't say no to you. It's my Barcelona, my Baka. As long as the club can agree, you can leave. Baka is Baka. So he's trying to obviously try to really mask it up a little bit, but I think there was a better exchange, as Ferran Torres was not being played by Pep Guardiola on a regular basis, and him coming in from Valencia, he was really on fire. But trust why? Trust me not. This guy never gotten the best he deserved as a player at Man City. The playing time was limited because he really had a lot of players that he had to compete or to outcompete to really get into the team of Man City. Remember, he literally played as a right forward and a left forward. And remember, by that time, Man City had they had Riyad Mahrez, who could play on the right, who could play as a right forward. They had Bernardo Silva, who could play there. They had Phil Foden, who could play there, and Gabriel Jesus, who could play on the right and left sides of the attacking midfield. Then on the left, which other player did they have on the left? There is a player they had on the left that this guy couldn't even outcompete. So it was really very bad for him, and his spell at Man City was nothing short of happiness. So it was nothing short of happiness, and he really wanted to leave, and he pushed for Barcelona. And even when he went to Barcelona, things never worked out for the first season, but because of the injuries that Barcelona have gone ahead to get, this guy has gotten himself more and more playing time. But he's a very good player, and I believe a lot is going to happen for him at Barcelona. He's feeling at home, and he's really getting back to the player we saw he was at Valencia. Let's go to Matthias de Ligt, player who is really talented and has been injured, but we've been told by Torban Hoffenheim, he works for Sky Sports, he has told us in Germany that Matthias de Ligt says he's hoping to make his comeback in December. Asked whether he'll play again this year, de Ligt said, I hope in the last game. So Matthias de Ligt has been injured, but one thing I want to talk about this player is he's talented, undoubtedly one of the best central defenders when he was 19 in the world at his age. Captained Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. He was bought by Juventus for 80 million euros. He went at Juventus, things never worked out well because Juventus had two experienced centre-backs, that is Bonucci and Chiellini, so he couldn't get into that central defense. And then because of his qualities and his age, because I think he's like 23 years of age, Bayern Munich saw a lot in him, and they paid 80 million pounds for him, between 70 and 80. And his two transfers from Ajax to Juventus and from Juventus to Bayern Munich have gone ahead to cost close to 160 million euros. That is Matthias de Ligt for you. And when you see Matthias de Ligt coming in through to do the needful, you obviously understand that he's really talented, but he has been unlucky. And that's why you've seen links of him to Man United, that Erik ten Hag might obviously want to do a swap and add some money with Rafael Varane moving to Bayern Munich and getting Matthias de Ligt back in his hands because he believes in him, that he can obviously become a better centre-back. So guys, your thoughts onto Arteta and Edu approving Raya's permanent deal are welcome in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about Ferran Torres' exit that was green-lighted by Pep Guardiola? Do you believe in what Torres says, or there was some really grinding that he has not gone ahead to explain to us? And last, what do you make about Matthias de Ligt? Do you think he's one of those players that whose talent is obviously going to go begging until he obviously finds himself and really realizes what team and what manager is supposed to be playing at? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. The Muslims, Barak Lau Fikum, me out.